This is Tim Dowden with Max Loves Lulu. Some of you have asked to see the original Paris brush, and this is it. As you can see, it's a bit long in the tooth, and a dearly loved brush that's been used a whole lot. It took me about 23 years to wear this thing out before it got to this pitiful state, and I kept searching and searching and searching in Paris to try to find one. My clients had me looking religiously for them in Paris once, twice a year, and everybody I knew over there that were hairdressers would start laughing and say, well, how long have you had that brush? And they said, well, you know, the problem with that brush is they made it too well and they didn't wear out. And so all the poor guys down on the Passage de l'Industrie that made these brushes unfortunately went out of business, because if you ever went to a hairdresser's shop front in the 70s and the 80s when they were widely using these, they would have entire baskets filled up with these brushes of various sizes and configurations. And so when mine wound up wearing out, I had to make one, and I had to get it, first of all, a wood turner to make the handles, and then I had to have these bristles analyzed to figure out what they were made out of, and what diameter to make them in, because that had a great deal to do with the rigidity of the brush. Once they heat up, they get rather soft. If you have them too stout, it's going to not feel very nice to the client. But once they heat up, they just hit the ideal softness and yet keep the ideal rigidity, so it's very workable as you're going through the hair. So I also did quite a bit of exploring with what type of woods. I thought I was going to be able to improve on this brush, and really the only way that I figured out to improve on it, it's hard to improve on perfection, but one of the things aesthetically that I did improve on was I used very exotic woods like the cocobola. This one is Paduke, which is a very lightweight wood. You might remember that term, Paduke. That's what they use in a lot of the really finer wooden sailing ships. It's very light, and water doesn't get into the cells of the wood. And that's pretty much it on the Paris brush.